Let's stop pretending. You don't need more information. You need a pattern interrupt so deep your soul wakes up sweating. So here is your reminder. You've been casting spells with your mouth since you could speak. And if you're not speaking power, you're muttering curses. Let's talk implication. This isn't some grammar nerd trick. This is mental jujitsu. You drop a suggestion that hides its fangs behind a velvet smile, and it bites the subconscious like a Trojan horse. No resistance, no walls. Just penetration straight into the code. Implication is the art of not saying the thing, but saying it so powerfully, it fucking becomes true. Here are some examples you're already using. If I try this, I might fail. It implies failure is the more likely outcome. This is just who I am. It implies stuckness, unchangeability, death in slow motion disguised as an identity badge. I'll probably mess this up. Congratulations, you just hypnotized yourself into being a fuck-up. See that? You're a hypnotist. You ever say, if you loved me, you wouldn't do that. Boom, that's implication. You didn't say, you don't love me. But you just let the implication hit like a sucker punch. And the subconscious, it eats that shit raw. No filter, because implication bypasses defense. They slip in through the side door, like a Trojan horse full of beliefs. You say, people like you always do well in these situations. You're implying they're capable. And now their brain is looking for proof. Why? Because humans are meaning-making machines. An implication gives them just enough to fill in the blanks with your narrative. So why does this work? The brain craves coherence. It hates unfinished stories. Implication creates cognitive tension, an open loop. And the subconscious will fill that shit in automatically to resolve it. That's Ericksonian hypnosis 101. It's all rooted in predictive processing. The brain projects what it expects to see. Implication hijacks that and says, expect this now, bitch. And guess what? If someone fills in the blanks themselves, they believe it more deeply, because now they think they came up with it. Instead of saying, you should be more confident, try, I wonder how confident you'll feel after you realise you've already handled worse before. You didn't say they're confident, you implied the confidence is already in their timeline, just waiting to be activated. Now the subconscious starts searching the memory banks for proof. So why are you afraid to use this? Because somewhere long ago, someone taught you to be nice, to ask permission, to not fuck with people's heads. But here's the paradox. Everything you say already fucks with people's heads. You're either empowering or disempowering with every breath. And if you're afraid of reactions, you're implying you're dangerous or unworthy or not allowed. So your energy bends to their belief field. But if you understand implication, it becomes the guide, not the guest. So pacing and leading, you pace someone's belief. You're someone who's always been curious about how to evolve. Then you lead them with implication, which makes it easy to trust the part of you that already knows how to do that. You link identity to desired action. You made the next step the only coherent one. Here are the top patterns that keep people stuck. I'm not enough. Implies they must prove worth. That leads to burnout. If I speak up, I'll be judged. Implies others' opinions control them. I can't help it, it's just who I am. It locks identity to past patterns. Let's implode these with implication. Isn't it weird how sometimes the very thing we thought was holding us back turns out to be the key? Their brain now searches for the gift in their pain. You flip the narrative. You confuse the pattern just enough to unlock it. Let's install this as your identity. You're not just learning tricks, you're becoming a linguistic alchemist. You shift fields just by speaking. You drop implications that ripple through timelines. You guide without pushing. You lead without resistance. You speak and the subconscious restructures itself in response. This is how a metaphysical father transmits wisdom, with implications so powerful they become unavoidable truths. How do you already do it? Every guilt trip, every flirty tease, every suggestion. Implication is your default. New ways to do it. Flip resistance, embedded commands. Paste beliefs, then lead them. Why is it powerful? It's stealth influence. The brain finishes the story in your favour. Why are you afraid? Because power scares the part of you, still seeking permission. What changes if you master this? You walk into a room and reality bends towards your voice. Let me just say this loud and clear. If you keep waiting for permission to lead, you're going to live your whole life as a fucking footnote in someone else's narrative. Speak, imbue, imply, lead. Say less, mean more, and watch reality shift. Let this be the moment you stop asking, how do I? And start saying, watch me.